Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hope you are having a wonderful Saturday so far, and that I'm glad that you can join us for yoga today. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. So, we're going to get started today in Shavasana. So, lie down on your back. You can rest your palms on your belly. Or bring your arms to your sides, palms face up. Start to notice the breath. Notice how the belly inflates with each inhale and the belly button pulls to the spine with each exhale. We'll stay here for several more breaths, continuing to focus on the in and the exhale. And then start small movement just to start to warm up the body a little. And then point the toes down towards the bottom of your mat. Reach the arms overhead. You can rest the backs of the palms on the floor, but stretch the fingertips away from you. Stretch the toe tips away. On your exhale, just release back into the mat. Inhale, extend, reach, get long. Exhale, relax. Last one. Inhale, extend through those fingertips, reach through the toes. Exhale, relax. Beautiful, guys. Bring the right knee into your chest. Maybe just rotate the right knee. Rotate that hip. And then interlace the fingers behind the back of the right thigh or calf, whatever you can reach, and extend the right heel towards the ceiling. Your nose. Your little stretch. Take a few breaths here, pressing the legs, or excuse me, into the leg and the leg into the fingers. You might notice a little shake in that hamstring. Just waking up a little bit. Good, and then bend that right knee. See if you can grab the outside of the right foot or the ankle for a half happy baby here. Stomping that right foot on the ceiling. Keep the left leg engaged, and you're going to press that left leg down into the mat like that god Ganesha, the elephant god, is sitting on the left thigh. So it's not going anywhere. Beautiful, guys. Pull that right knee into your chest and cross it over the body to the left side. You can bring the right arm and gaze to the right. Take a few deep breaths here. As you roll back to center, squeeze that right knee in once again. And we'll switch sides, extending the right leg long. Bring the left knee into your chest. Just move that left leg around, moving out around in the hip sockets. And then extend the left heel towards the ceiling. Interlace fingers around the back of the left thigh or calf. And pull the left toes down towards your nose. Flexing that left foot. Press the right leg down into the mat. Again, you can just imagine that Ganesha is sitting on the right thigh. And then bend that left knee. Again, grab the outside of the left foot or ankle, pulling the left knee towards your left armpit. And again, that right leg doesn't move. Press the right leg down into the mat. And then hug that left knee and cross the left knee over the body, over to the right side. Left arm and gaze can go to the left. Gentle supine twist. On your inhale, come back to center, squeeze the left knee in, and then bring the right knee in as well. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, rock and roll the length of the spine a couple of times. And then let's cross the ankles, plant the hands, find tabletop position. Hands, wrists directly underneath the shoulders. Your knees are going to be directly underneath the hips. Drop the belly, lift the heart, inhale. Exhale to curl the spine, tuck chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, curl. Adding additional movement here, whatever feels right in your body, maybe a hip circle or side bend. Couple more breaths. Your organic movement. And we'll come back for one final inhale. And an exhale. Make your way back to that neutral spine. And let's bring the right foot between the hands and interlace the fingers to the top of that right knee. Press the top of the left foot down into the mat and press the right foot forward, or excuse me, right knee forward rather. Engaging the left quad, left hip flexor. And then frame the front foot, reach the hips back towards the left heel, turn the right toes towards your nose. Sink in, hamstring stretch, Ardha Hanumanasana. Just starting to warm up the body. Bring the right foot forward, back to the mat, and we'll bring the right knee back to meet the left. And we'll switch sides, left knee forward. Interlace fingers on top of that left knee. Press the top of the right foot down into the mat. Press the left knee forward to help deepen that twist. Make sure the left knee doesn't go over the left toes. Just double check that. And then bring the hands to frame the front foot. Walk the hips back. Turn the left toes towards your nose. Hamstring stretch. Sink in. Beautiful, guys. This time, let's sit to the inside of the right heel so that the right heel is going to be on right to the inside of the, or excuse me, the outside of the right glute. The left foot can remain long. Your toes turn up towards your nose. And you can stay with this vertical spine, or you can start to roll onto the hands or elbows if that serves you. Just make sure the right knee stays on the mat. That's when you know you've gone too far if that right knee lifts up. Rise back to vertical by either pressing into the palms or elbows. Swing that right leg around. See if you can rotate that right ankle. Bring some blood flow back. And then switch sides. Just bring the left heel to the outside of the left glute or left hip. Flex the right foot. And again, you could stay here, vertical spine, or roll onto the hands or the elbows. This side might be a little different for you. Just be aware of that left knee. If it's lifting off the mat, maybe you come up to a more vertical position. You can keep your chin tucked into your chest, or you can let the head drop back. That's up to you. Let's start to press down. See if you can rise straight up through center. Swing that left leg around, rotate the left ankle, find movement. And then cross the ankles, plant the hands, come back to that tabletop position. And then we'll tuck our toes, lift the hips for our first downward facing dog. Start to pedal out. Shift weight side to side. Whatever your ritual is here. Take a moment to adjust into the pose. And then reach the right leg up and back behind you. Bend the right knee, stack the right hip over the left. Press the right toes over to the left side of your mat. Press the right hand down just a little bit more. And then square the hips, pull the right knee to your chest. Plant the right foot between the hands. Rise up on your inhale. Find an Anjaneyasana high lunge here. Press the back of the left knee towards the sky. And then spin that back heel down. Find a Virabhadrasana 2, so the front heel intersects the middle of the back arch. Bring the shoulders to hover directly above the hips. Fingertips reach in either direction. Front knee reaches towards the front right corner of your mat. And then let's straighten the front leg. Reach the right hand to the back of the room. Opening that right rib cage, 2 straight-ish legs here. Right big toe presses down into the mat. And then let's reach the right fingertips forward, forward, forward as far as you can. Then the right hand comes to the right shin, left fingertips reach towards the sky. Bring little to no weight in that right hand, however. So you let that hand go. It shouldn't affect the pose. Take a breath. Beautiful. Rise up. Find this Trikonasana prep pose. So you've got those true straight legs. Turn the right toes to the left. Bring the hands to interlace at your sacrum. Roll the shoulders back and then start to lead with the heart. So you're going to fold in, bringing the crown of the head to reach towards the mat. And the fingers and knuckles to reach towards the sky are up and overhead. Sit bones reach up towards the sky. Take a deep breath. Bring the hands back to the sacrum. Release the fingers. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Find a halfway lift. And then lunge back towards the top of your mat. And then bring the left foot over about a third of the way in. And over to the left side, setting up for pyramid pose. Sink the crown of the head down towards the mat. You've got 2 straight-ish legs here. The right hip reaches back, the left hip spins and reaches forward. The right knee definitely could be bent if you need a little bit more length, or not so much length in the hamstring, right? If it's stretching a little too much, a little too intense. And let's let the head pull us slightly into the pose here as well. Beautiful, guys. Bend the right knee. You're going to bring weight into that right foot. Extend the left leg out behind you. So the left heel's going to be in line-ish with the left hip for a standing split. So you can keep your fingertips on the mat for this one. And if that standing leg, again, needs to be slightly bent, that's okay. And let's bring the left toes to meet the right toes at the top of the mat. Find a halfway lift when you get there. Fold. Reach and rise. Fingertips reach towards the sky. Let's exhale. Cactus the arms. Lean back. Open the heart. Rise and in. Exhale. Fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Let's plant the hands. Step back for plank. You can lower down knee plank, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift the heart off the mat for your back bend. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift those hips. Find a downward facing dog. Take a breath there. Left leg rise on your inhale. Bend the left knee, stack left hip over the right, press the left toes away. Press the left hand down a little bit more than the right. Square the hips. Pull the left foot through. Rise, inhale. Back of the right knee presses towards the sky. Slight tilt of the pelvis towards the sky. And then spin that back heel down, open up, veer two. Equal weight between the feet. You're not reaching forward or back. Reach the left hand to the back of the room, right arm down the right leg. Left leg is straight now. Opening that left rib cage. And then let's reach the left fingertips forward, 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 far, and then down. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Roll that right shoulder back. Take a look at the right thumb if that doesn't hurt your neck. If that bothers your neck, you can look down at the left big toe. Little to no weight in that hand. You got it. Rise up, inhale. Back to that Trikonasana prep. Turn left toes to right. Maybe turn the heels in, toes out. Hands to sacrum. Interlace the fingers. Roll shoulders back. Exhale, sink in. One fist reaches up and overhead. Press the palms together if you can. And then reach the sit bones towards the sky. So it's different than just flopping over. We're actively lifting those sit bones up. Deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Hands back to sacrum. Fingertips underneath the shoulders, halfway lift. Lunge towards the top of your mat. Bring the right foot in about a third of the way, pyramid pose. So railroad track stance here, two straightish legs, and then sink in. Beautiful, guys. Right toes meet left toes at the top of your mat. Find oh, no, don't do that, right? My apologies. Left weight's coming into the left foot. Bend that left knee and extend that right leg out behind you. And maybe you'll straighten that left knee just a bit. The right heel is out in line with the right hip. Toes point down towards the mat. You can have the fingertips on the mat. And then bring the right toes to meet the left toes. There we go. Inhale halfway. Fold belly to thighs. Reach and rise. Cactus the arms, lean back. Inhale, fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Let's plant the hands. Move through your vinyasa, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Let's take a breath here. Let's reach the right leg up and back. Bend that right knee. Okay, open that right hip. Stack right hip over left. Bring the right knee to the right elbow this time. Inhale it back. Bring the right knee to the left elbow. Inhale it back. Plant the right foot between the hands. Stand up, rise. You keep those left toes tucked under. Anjaneyasana. Spin the back heel down. Find that Virabhadrasana warrior pose. Strong, powerful warriors. Straighten that front leg. High five the back of the room, opening that right rib cage. And then right fingertips forward. Right hand down, left arm up, Trikonasana. Lift the right kneecap up. Right now. Turn right toes to left. Interlace fingers. Roll the shoulders back. And exhale. Lead with the heart. Sink in. One fist up and overhead. Crown of the head reaches down. Beautiful, guys. Hands back to sacrum. Fingertips underneath the shoulders, halfway lift. Lunge towards the top of your mat. Bring that left foot in about a third of the way. Pyramid pose. Exhale, sink in. Beautiful. Weight in the right foot. Left leg reaches back behind you. Left heel in line with the left hip. Maybe this time you feel like you can balance it a little bit. You can bring the right hand to the ankle. Maybe the left hand can come to the ankle. Totally up to you. And then let's bring the left toes to the right toes. Halfway lift. Fold. Reach and rise. Cactus the arms, lean back. Rise, inhale. Hands meet at the heart. Let's close the eyes. Take a breath. We're going to move into warrior 3. So we're going to keep the standing leg as that right leg. So weight comes into the right leg. Your arms are going to come up overhead. So reach both arms so they're next to both ears. And you're just going to hinge at the waist and reach that left leg out behind you. So you're coming into like an L. And flex the left foot. See if you can keep the toes turning down towards the mat. And then rise up, inhale. Left foot back to the mat. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Fold, plant the hands. Step back. Lower down knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Back bend, inhale. Exhale. Adho Mukha Savasana, down. Take a breath. Beautiful, guys. Left leg, rise, inhale. Bend the left knee, stack left hip over right. Press the left toes away. Bring the left knee to left elbow. Inhale back. Left knee to right elbow. Inhale back. Left foot plants between the hands. Stay up on those back toes. Rise, inhale. Spin that back heel down. Find Viratu. And then straighten the front leg. Reach the left fingertips to the back of the room. Open that left rib cage. And then left fingertips forward. And then down. Trikonasana. Open the heart towards the sky. Frame the front foot. Bring the right foot in about a third of the way. Plant that right heel. Bring the left hip back, right hip forward. Sink in. Pyramid pose. Beautiful, guys. Bring weight into the left foot. Bend that left knee and extend the right heel out behind you. That right heel is in line with the right hip. Toes turned down towards the mat. Maybe you bring one hand to the left ankle. Maybe the other. And then bring the right toes to meet the left toes at the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Reach and rise. Cactus the arms, lean back. Inhale. Hands to heart. Let's take a moment to catch our breath. Close the eyes before we balance. All right, guys. Fingertips reach towards the sky. Arms squeezing the head. Weight in the left foot, and you're hinging at the waist, lifting the right heel up and back behind you. Toes turn down towards the mat. And when you're ready, rise back up. Bring the right foot down. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Plant the hands. We'll move through the vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. And then drop the knees. Untuck the toes. Let's find child's pose here. Forehead on the mat. Take a few deep breaths. Beautiful, guys. Let's come back to a tabletop position. And we'll bring the right knee forward towards the right wrist. Extend the left leg long on the mat. Setting up for a half pigeon pose. You can rest here on the hands or lower onto the elbows. Take the neck out of the pose by dropping your chin to your chest. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then rise up to a vertical spine. As you do so, you're going to roll onto the right hip, pull the left heel close to your left glute. Come back to a vertical spine. So you've got an internal rotation on the left hip. So the left glute may or may not be on the mat. And then an external rotation on the right hip. So the inside of the right thigh is facing the sky. And we'll take a few deep breaths. All right, guys, plant your palms at the top of the mat. Extend the left leg the length of the mat once again. Tuck the left toes under, lift the right leg high. Stretch it out, three-legged dog. Maybe rotate the ankle. Maybe you want to bend the knee, open the hip. Just find some movement that feels good. And then bring that right foot down. Bring the knees down. Bring the left knee towards the left wrist. Extend the right leg long, opposite side here. And then start to sink in for your pigeon pose, resting on palms or elbows and letting the chin drop into your chest. Start to press into the palms. Rise back to that vertical spine. Come on to the left hip. Again, pull the right heel close to the right glute. So you're up in a seated position. Right glute may or may not be on the mat. Either one is fine. Again, you've got that internal rotation on the right side and external rotation on the left. So the inside of the left thigh faces the ceiling, inside of the right thigh faces the mat. Deep breaths here, sending any life force, energy, prana to any place where you feel uncomfortable. All right, guys, plant palms at the top of your mat. Extend the right leg, tuck the right toes under, and then lift the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Stretch that left leg out, maybe rotate the ankle, find whatever movement you need here. And then bring the left foot down. And then start to walk the hands a little closer to the feet so you can get the heels on the mat. And then bring the left hand to the outside of the right ankle or calf, whatever you can reach here. Pull yourself in. Maybe bend that left elbow and look under the right armpit. And then let's switch sides, bringing left hand down, right hand to the left ankle or calf. Turning to look under the left armpit, maybe even bending that right elbow to pull yourself in a little deeper. And then right hand down. Let's bring the knees down and let's cross the ankles, sit behind them. Extend the legs out in front of you. Bring the sit bones directly on the mat, maybe moving that flesh out of the way. Reach the fingertips towards the sky. Again, leading with the heart. Reach the heart towards the top of your mat as you fold in, and then you can bring the hands down to the mat wherever they land. Keep the spine long to keep the length in the hamstrings here. And then let's let the back curl. Let your chin tuck into your chest. You can let the head hang down towards the knees or the legs. Bring a little curvature into the spine, little length and stretch there. Come back to that vertical spine. And bring the right foot into your groin. Extend the left leg out to the left. You can turn to look over the left thigh and then start to fold over that left thigh. Keep the left foot flexed so you're twisting as well as folding. Keep the spine long, however. Again, we want that length in the hamstring here. So you're not folding super deep, probably. And you're going to turn slightly inward to bring the left elbow to the inside of that left leg. Reach the right arm up into the back of the waist, or you can reach the right arm up and towards the left toes. It doesn't matter if you reach those toes or not. That's not our goal necessarily. Our goal is to deepen this twist. So bring the heart towards the sky. You can let your chin drop down towards your left shoulder, however. Use the knee and elbow compression to help open that heart towards the sky. On your exhale, go ahead and fold straight into center. Let the spine curl, chin drop to chest. Don't hold anything here. Just notice any tension in the neck or the jaw. Let it go. And let's rise back to vertical. We'll switch sides. Bring the left heel to the inside of the groin, rather, and extend the right leg. Turn to look over the right thigh. And again, fold forward. Keep the spine long. Start to rotate slightly inward so you can bring the right arm to the inside of that right leg. Use that right knee and elbow compression to help open the heart. Reach the left arm up and to the back of the waist, or left arm can reach up and to the right toes. Again, that's not necessarily our goal. So I don't care if you get there or not. What I want you to do is deepen that twist, so heart towards the sky. You can take the neck out of it by dropping the chin to the right shoulder. On your exhale, fold in the center, chin tucked to your chest, spine curl. Good. Rise back up through center. Bring the right leg in and come on to your back. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees come out to either side. You can rest your palms on a belly or wherever is more comfortable for you. Bring the hands underneath either thigh. Press the knees together. Soles of the feet onto the mat. And then cross the left ankle over the right knee. Interlace fingers around the front of the right shin or back of the right thigh, either one. Flex the left foot and press the left knee away. Release the grip on the right leg and bring the sole of the left foot to the floor on your right. Left knee will be facing the ceiling and the left arm and gaze can go to the left. And then press the left hip energetically down towards the bottom left corner of your mat. That's not really going to go anywhere. You're just going to feel the difference in the hip. And your inhale, come back to center. Sole of the left foot back to the mat. Switch sides, right ankle to the left knee. Bring the left knee in, interlace fingers around the front of the left shin or back of the left thigh. Flex the left foot, press the right knee away from you. Release the grip on the leg and bring the sole of the right foot to the floor on your left. Right knee will face the ceiling. Bright arm and gaze can come to the right. Good. On your inhale, come to center. Soles of both feet on the mat. Bring the knees into your chest. Bring your nose towards your knees. Come into a little teeny tiny ball. And then exhale, release. Extend the legs. Extend the arms to your sides. Set up for your Shavasana. Tuck the shoulder blades beneath the heart. And close the eyes. Yogis, stay in your Shavasana for as long as you like. You will enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe and be happy. Namaste.